as a deacon, when he becomes one, he's assigned by the Pope. This is like, he died in 222, so we're going back, the early centuries of the church. He's assigned to take care of the places of the dead, what we call cemeteries. The cemeteries in ancient Rome were built underground, CATACOMB, okay, outside the walls. They weren't hiding places. People knew where they were. They were catacombs. They were cemeteries. And when someone died, they would bring the Christian to the cemetery. And a few years ago, I was privileged to be at St. Priscilla Cemetery. There are a lot of them, St. Priscilla and St. Callistus. St. Callistus is where we offered Mass. And the altar on which I offered Mass is called the altar of Santa Anna. I'm not going to say that's my dog's name, but it is my dog's name. So I was very moved to be honored to say Mass there. And whenever you offer Mass in the catacombs, you always wear red because of most of those people were martyred, but not all of them. The catacombs are very interesting. If you've seen pictures of them, they're meant to bury as many people as possible. And the belief is that we will rise again at the end of our existence, at the end of time. So they never cremated in the early church. There was no reason for that. They had room. Catacombe is outside the walls. Only the emperor could be buried inside the walls of ancient Rome. So the Jews had their catacombs, Christians had their catacombs, pagans had their catacombs. Not unusual. They were underground. The Callistus' catacombs, and he was guardian of them, are at least 7 miles, but they're not 7 miles long. They're 7 miles of area on a step level because they go down 5 stories underground. The earth was very accommodating. It's like a little history, but it's good to know our history as Christians and as Catholics. The earth is called tufa, and it's kind of clay that can be dug out easily, and if you pound it, it hardens. So it was very easy to make a hole in the wall to bury the dead. And what they did was they buried them in steps, okay? So slots, you might say. So they bury a person, they clear out the dirt, bury a person, and then put a stone over it to seal it. And the stone had the person's Christian name and a symbol of Christianity. That's where we get so many of the early Christian symbols of, like the orangs, the praying priest, or the dove, or the key row.